What up, Catrp crew? We got a lot going on today. We're going over some unique ways to sell off old antique items, and we're also having a massive whatnot auction among some YouTube editing and a bunch of other things. We're going to kind of take you through a full day in the life of 3 full-time resellers under one roof in a tiny basement.
We're going to show you how much water we drink.
Yeah, show you our ice mountain setup. Alpal's listed on eBay, but first I'm going to talk about what we're selling here and how we're selling. I'm very excited about this method. So here's an example of one of the junk drawer locks. We've gotten so many of these random, really cool items, and we just don't know the best way to sell them, or we don't want to take the research and the time to sell individually. So we're making what we call vintage junk drawer lots. It's a pretty common thing on eBay. You lot them up. In this case, we're trying to get at least 100 items per lot. This is very interesting, this vintage Spider-Man patch. The Cincinnati Reds one is cool. So basically every lot's gonna have patches like this, and every lot will have buttons. A lot of political buttons in here. So about 15 patches, 15 buttons. We've got wheat pennies by the hundreds, so 50 of those. And then some die-cast cars, gonna have at least 5 of those per lot. And then kind of just miscellaneous, cool, smaller items like these. Tell me you wouldn't be intrigued if you saw this main picture in a listing. So we're gonna be doing 10 a day for the next, I don't know, 10 days at least. There's gonna be 100 of these lots easy, and then probably more if they do well. This is how we're gonna bag them up. So they'll just be in this bin. This bin will be like labeled junk drawer lots. So you just see number 1. And the cool thing is, you can just make like one generic listing description, and then all Alex has to do is add the pictures to it, and it's good to go. Start the bid at 99 cents. Let the bidders do the work. We sold one of these last week, and I'll explain what happened with that one. We sold one junk drawer lot last week, and it had a couple dozen items in it. It wasn't real intentional, but it had some rings in it, a couple things, and we ended up discovering that one of the rings was worth about 50 bucks. And it worked out because the bidders realized that and bid it up to like $81, sold, and I was really happy with that for the entire lot. And we didn't have to do the research. We didn't have to take the time to do it. That being said, that lot was probably worth about 120 bucks total if we were to piece things out. But we have so many things to get to, and time is valuable. So, we usually don't do auctions, but in this case, we are talking about it on the main channel to get some eyes to it, because we just need to make sure the right people see it. 7-day span, we might get 60%, maybe 80% of the actual value of the items. There's going to be a lot of deals, but we save in time, and at this point for us, it makes sense to save some time on these things. Prioritize selling the items that are easier to research, that we can list quickly or sell for a high amount of money. So that's the thought process, and we'll keep you guys posted on how these things sell. There he is in action. And then here's all the other items. So basically we got a bunch of patches together, a bunch of these buttons that are in these boxes. These things are so cool. I really think these junk drawer lots could average at least 50 bucks a piece. It's just gonna add up really fast. Die-cast cars in here, some old matchboxes in that case down there. Just these like N-scale train figures. There's a bunch more patches. So we've got them ready. Wheat pennies are in there. And yeah, I guess if you're watching this video, I'm sure there's some over on our eBay store, so check that out. Link in the description if you're interested in anything. And now switching over to whatnot. So that's become a big part of our business. It's about 1/3 of our revenue now. And we always want to make sure that every auction we do has at least 1 or 2 or 3 attraction pieces, because you need to get people to your auctions for stuff to do well. We've had stuff go for half or below of retail. We've had stuff go at retail. We've had stuff go a little above retail on the really big shows. On average, we get probably about 80 to 90% of retail, which to me is great because it's immediate sales that go at auction, and you can do a bunch of stuff all at one time. So I'm going to show what we're doing for our auction today and explain a little bit of the strategy behind it. Not going to lie, this is a bit of a risky auction because we're doing it in the middle of the afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern. We usually save massive stuff for the evening, but I'm kind of just testing it out. Like, I got to try it at least once to see. We've talked about it on this channel and advertise it a little bit. That is another, it's a factor. Like you probably want to get a little bit of a social media following if you're going to do a big auction. That being said, some of the biggest sellers on Whatnot, it's all organic. They got a following on Whatnot. They've grown it. They've done a great job being consistent, gaining a following, and being entertaining on there. So you have to separate yourself somehow. But we're selling Earthbound. Authentic Earthbound. So that's the main attraction piece, but there's also Mario RPG, you know, Soul Blazer, Breath of Fire 2, all these SNES games complete in box. It's going to be a huge auction. 2 hours about is what we usually run the afternoon ones at. A little bit nervous, but I can update you guys on the results, kind of how it goes. It's definitely a big trial. We'll see. Here's our current Whatnot setup. So we just got this desk in, and I'm getting the Pokemon auction ready. That one's going to be one of the bigger ones we've ever done. There's the background. This desk can go up and down. It's a standing desk, flexi spot. They actually sponsored one of the videos on this channel, which is really cool. Our first sponsorship on Catrp Crew channel. But this is nice because we can kind of adjust it to whatever height necessary. And then we've got this little tripod over here. We just use the phone to go live. This tripod can adjust to not high at all or very high, depending on if we want to put it on the floor or the table. We usually just set it like right here. And then we'll put it in selfie mode and kind of just show off the items so we can stand or sit. And it's been really nice having the standing desk for this. But soon we'll be going to the barn and having a full-on studio out there. This was actually supposed to be my game room, right? We used to, like when I first moved in, we kind of used this as a game room, but then the studio kind of just took over a little bit. And I want the game room back, so we're gonna have a bigger separate game room and a bigger separate studio. So most of my games here are already packed up. Those will be moving over soon. So stay tuned for a barn tour coming very soon, I hope. They're working on it today and it's getting closer. And I cannot wait. Something that I want you guys to take from this video is just how diversified the business is. So there's 3 full-time people right now among like probably 5 additional part-time people. So there is a little bit of added responsibility on my end. That being said, I think diversifying is very important and kind of starting that from the beginning. I would recommend having at least 3 streams of revenue. So we have Amazon, Whatnot, eBay, and then social media, YouTube. So we kind of have 4. And it's nice because if one goes down or is not doing well, we can always ramp up a different one. The Amazon example of limiting how many items can be stored in the warehouses, I really didn't freak out at all. Kind of just adjusted strategy. Started doing consoles for Amazon, letting my number of units go down so that I can send stuff in again. But we just ramped up eBay as well. We ramped up doing more YouTube videos, so more on this channel, more on the main channel, and just kind of adjusted. So whereas, you know, if you're just an Amazon seller and something like that happens, it really can affect your day-to-day, your business. It can affect you mentally. It's just safer to reduce your risk as much as possible. Not saying it's the only way, but you know, in my case, being married, 2 children, another one on the way, is very important to me to reduce risk as much as possible because, you know, I've got a lot on the line. Family, contractors that work with me. There's just a lot. So reducing risk, I think, is important in many cases. Sure, that's a total personal preference. If you're single and just grinding and don't have anybody working for you, you've got a little more room to take some more risks. So do whatever you want to do as far as that goes. But that's just a little bit of the way that I think, and I think it's always smart to diversify in every aspect of business and life. Okay, that's all I got for that.
Oh, you're coming over. I thought you were sending me over something.
Yeah, what are you working on, Sky Guy? I just
just
mentioned about diversification, how YouTube has become a part of our business.
Not only YouTube, but Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Like just all social media. So we're about to hit over 10,000 followers, followers or subscribers on like every platform. So TikTok is like 20 away. Instagram
knew?
is like a few hundred away, and I mean, I don't really care as much about followers over there. It's kind of nice, but yeah, YouTube's been a great way for people to, one, connect with us, two, teach us stuff, three, for us to teach others stuff, and then they join the Discord community.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's another aspect.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
But also Instagram, people are reaching out. There's a guy, and in the diversification process, we've wanted to kind of be the people, the go-to guys. How do we be the go-to guys for something? And there's a recent message. Somebody wants to get out of video game selling. They have about 200 consoles and handhelds, thousands of games, and he wants to clear them out to you. So,
oh snap!
I just responded to him.
News to me.
Yeah, that just happened. So, and that wouldn't be possible without social media, really. So, like that was through Instagram and not through email or YouTube comments or whatever.
Let's talk about that. So, somebody looking to start social media, relating to a reselling business or whatever. Number one way to get some traction quick right now on social media, YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, the whole thing.
Definitely just reusing content,
Okay.
like for all three. So if like TikTok, super big. I don't see it going away for a while. So you can make short form content, and short form content is just a TikTok. So TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, they're all the same. Make one of those and put them on every single platform.
Cool.
And that's kind of what we do, honestly. Like we put out a YouTube Short, and then about a week later, we'll put it on Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
So, and we get varying levels of interaction. So we'll have a YouTube Short get like 10,000 views, but over on TikTok, it'll get 1 million.
That's
And
so
then
weird.
on Instagram, it'll get like 150,000 or something like that. So it definitely depends, and they all have varying returns. Like TikTok, we don't really build a community on TikTok. Those aren't the people joining the Discord. Those aren't the people that are watching our YouTube videos. It's just in its own separate bubble. Instagram is more of a way that you can engage. You can, respond to comments and things like that. You can
Get
sort of
some
build a
DMs.
community. Yeah, get DMs. Reach out to people in the niche that you're going for, just like you would a Facebook group or something. And then YouTube is just purely for building community even stronger and reaching out more. I think it's kind of hard to get discovered on Instagram unless if you are doing Reels currently. If you're just doing normal posts, it's not as likely for you to get 1,000 followers quickly. Whereas with Reels, we started doing Instagram Reels and we went from 4,000 to almost 10,000 just because a few of them, just a couple randomly blew up, and we still haven't been putting a ton of effort into it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, at the end of the day, all of that is to fuel YouTube and the long form content to get to know people that that want to go deep and hang out with us in the Discord, and like the long form content. If you don't have that, it's almost useless to do the short form stuff, because it's really fuel to the fire of the long form.
Yeah, like because if you're only in somebody's short term attention span, they're not going to care about you long term.
Yep.
So you can there's people with millions of subscribers and they just do short form, but as soon as they post a long form video, they get 2,000 views, and you're like,
and they don't have an actual business out of it.
Well,
so
you
if
see
that's your goal, you got to have long form stuff.
Yeah, there's the funny TikTok meetup where there was this girl, she has 10 million followers, and she did this meetup and nobody came.
Ouch.
10 million followers and nobody came to her booth.
That's crazy.
So it's have
Definitely
a community.
gives some perspective.
Community is the most important thing.
Yes.
However you can best achieve building and growing a community, do that.
Well, there's our social media talk. Thank you, Sky Guy. Alpal is on lot number 3. Number 2 is in the bin. These patches, guys, I really think we could do really well on these lots, because some of these patches, we had a lot of comments of people saying, man, some of those can be $100, $200. Look every single one up, But this is how we're doing it right now. We might, I don't know, if these things go out of control crazy, we might start listing some stuff different, but we'll kind of use these as a trial run. Oh, yeah, those are cool right there. Yeah, these are, I'm going to say I'm hoping for $100 average per lot. If we do 100 lots, how many dollars is that, Al Pal? Try again. Computing?
10,000.
10,000, yes.
Sorry, I'm listening to something in my ear, too.
Yeah,
so
that's tough. $10,000 if we do 100 lots and average $100 per lot. That would be amazing to move some stuff really quickly, but I don't know. That's an aggressive goal. We'll see what happens. Billy Jack for president.
I've always said that for years.
All right, another thing I've been working on is getting a private sale done through the email. So shout out to Bob if you're watching, but he reached out through email asking about the locks, the railroad locks that we showed in a previous video going through the hobby shop items. Looking at making a sale for all of them. We'll see if it happens. I've sent some pictures, gone through everything. I'll show you what I've gone through and what I'm asking. So all these railroad locks, extra keys. Most of the locks are Adlake brand and do come with keys and chains, which seems to be pretty desirable. I said in the video about 50 a piece. I think they're probably worth 50 to 75 each. He's offering 40 each and then 12 each on the extra keys, which I think is pretty fair to clear them all out, get a good deal, and me get an immediate sale. That'd be over $1,800 for what we have here, which would be awesome. Alpal has finalized now how many? 6 lots? These are gonna do really well. These are really nice. So building, ooh, that Vietnam one. We want to look that one up just for kicks.
Yeah, I did.
Nothing?
Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it? Did you check Worth Point?
I didn't know.
That one could be interesting too. Yeah. Dang.
I mean, that one says $20. I looked it up. I mean, it's not that much,
There's
but
a
it's
Hot
you know.
Wheels thing. Those are pretty good. And then Sky Guy's over here.
Hi. So I'm working on some. I have lots of little odds and ends
Yeah.
that I do. I don't even know how to explain. One of the things that Chase and I do, we have nice little meetings. We're gonna have one soon. But just kind of going through and scheduling everything. These are our current Whatnot live streams that we have. Yeah, you guys should bookmark them.
Yeah.
So we're scheduled out through November, but we're halfway through November, so I want to get maybe the next month scheduled out so we can also figure out sponsorships and stuff. And we use Notion to do all that. So we have like a team task list, but this is just our events and like filming thing. So I think we're gonna go through and plan all of these. So we
That's
have
the
like
calendar view there.
yeah, that's so we can see, you know, all the stuff we have going on. So we have our whatnots. A good reason we need to do this, we accidentally double scheduled a whatnot and a Discord call. We do weekly Discord calls. So we had to move the Discord call to tomorrow because we have our whatnot show today. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. And another thing, so I have a post database where this is all, maybe blur it, Darius, I don't know.
That's fine.
But it's every post. I just realized we're posting every single day.
That's crazy.
Like, so we have 2 main channel videos so Tuesday, Friday, and then Catrp Crew, we've been doing 2 to 3 videos
A week.
Yeah, a week. So that's Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, or Monday, Thursday, Saturday. We might do Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. I don't know. I kind of like having Wednesday be the open day, but we still have shorts coming out. So we have YouTube shorts that come out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So that's 4 of those a week. Some days, never really anything. Maybe we'd put a short up. I don't know. But for Catrp Crew, that's kind of the schedule right now. We might only do 2 videos a week. Like if there's just not anything to make a video on.
Yep.
We just won't. It's just pure bonus content over here.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, I needed some help because that's a lot of videos. So we have a friend of mine, Darius. Say hi, Darius. Put a picture of yourself here in one video. But he's helping out edit right now. So be sure to say hi to him.
And thank you, Darius, for all the Catrp Crew content.
Yes.
Helping us make it happen because
Yeah.
we got a lot going on. Selling stuff and making content about it. It keeps us busy, but we love it. And then we did just update our buy list here. Skylar's got it back there. I added a bunch of items to it, put it in a sheet so it's nicer organized. And yeah, check it out if you want to sell me anything. Ship it to my P.O. box. Instructions are all on there. I buy systems, Wii's, bundlers. People always sell me those every week. I have a fun note. So if you want to, if you have something on here, I have a little column to the left where it has a number, just an open space. If you want to print off this sheet and just put in the quantity that you have and include that with your thing to make it easy,
Please do. Maybe I'll even include a small section over here to say like
You should.
name and.
So we'll add that to the instructions list. So you can basically print a pack list of what you sent and your name and how you messaged. That way I'll get you paid much faster. It makes it simpler on our end. But yeah, we expanded that quite dramatically. Almost every system we're buying. And then some certain bundler games like Mario 1, 2, 3 on NES, Wii Sports, Mario Kart. And then N64s I'm buying, all handhelds I'm buying. So hit me up if you want to get some quick sales. Pal? Yep, you're making lunch, and I just need to make your lunch better because you don't have to list any railroad locks. $1,848, and they're gone.
He said yes.
Yeah,
Shoot.
yeah. It was a solid deal for him, but also like we're really happy to get them cleared out and gone.
Yeah,
So
that would have took us forever to
yeah.
research.
So thank you, Bob, if you're watching this. We
Bob.
appreciate you. Alpal appreciates you.
Yeah.
Sky Guy.
I love Bob's.
He loves Bob's.
Yeah.
So you're in good company here. The locks are gone. The whatnot has happened. The results are in. Earthbound went for about $450. Was really happy with that. We did throw in a sealed Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to it, just as a bonus of appreciation. The box games were maybe a little bit light, but okay overall. GameCube games, all this stuff here sold. We even threw in some extras, some stuff back here, the Star Wars lot. I'm gonna guess maybe 3,500 in sales. It was a 2-hour auction, afternoon. It was risky. I think it basically paid off if we are around that number.
4,000.
4,000.
There's
There
one,
we go.
There's one cancellation. It was on the impressively random games lot for 61.
That was a
So that was a steal.
that was a mistake of a cancellation because
Yeah.
that went way under retail.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, to each their own.
Usually, anytime people cancel stuff, we make more on it when we sell it again. So
Yep, it is what it is.
keep
And-
canceling.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Right, don't do it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's it for this Catrp Crew video. Sky Guy, sign them off.